Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Bitcoin has just hit a new milestone, guys. Right now we're trading at 34,200, almost 34,300 for BTC. This is the chart on the daily. Let me bring it on the hourly. You guys can see there was a big correction yesterday. Actually, in the grand scheme of things, this correction was only about 10% and then rebounded back up here, basing in this zone. When are we going to see a Bitcoin correction? This has been, a big question amongst many traders within the crypto space, novice and veteran traders alike. It's interesting. I thought Bitcoin was actually going to correct at about 30,000, and sure enough, it has proved me wrong yet again. Let's throw a Fibonacci on here, see what the numbers are suggesting. So if we bring up a Bitcoin Fib, let's check this out. So we have actually surpassed the $30,000 mark for Bitcoin. That would be at the 1.618 level. And so now we are looking to target this level up here, which would bring Bitcoin to about 46,600. That would be the 2.618 level on the Fib. And what are billionaires around the world saying about Bitcoin? Well, I saw this from DJ Peter Vest. Bitcoin hits a striking 32,000. This was posted a few hours ago now. Of course, we're going to get a mixed bag of reviews. Last week, Cointelegraph's market analyst Michael Van de Poe predicted that the cryptocurrency's next wave could reach a level of 40,000. I think that's what we're eyeing now. On the other hand, the founder of Skybridge Capital, Anthony Scaramucci, who invested $25 million in Bitcoin, believes it will become a very strong asset class over the next decade. According to data from BOA Securities, long Bitcoin was the third most cramped trade market in December 2020. That being said, Bitcoin analysts believe that it became an inflation hedge and a currency that can deliver profits to investors in a short period. Compared to other investments, Bitcoin is currently outperforming gold and the US dollar. So is there a chance Bitcoin will crash? Of course, the legendary third richest person in the world, Warren Buffett, called Bitcoin rat poison squared. He clearly has no faith in Bitcoin. Additionally, billionaire Elon Musk also made fun of it on many occasions and supported the meme-based cryptocurrency Dogecoin, which I also think is a bit of a lark. Hitesh Jain, vice president of research for Yes Securities Limited, agrees with Buffett and Musk. He said ultra-cheap money pumped in by global central banks has found its way into many assets, including Bitcoin. We are in a scenario where safe havens and riskier assets are all rallying simultaneously, which is a theoretical contradiction, so much so that even negative yield bonds are garnering inflows. It has become like hunting with the hounds and running with the hare. Great analogy there. Large investors who are put off by a weak dollar are flocking towards Bitcoin, irrespective of the fact that it lacks inherent fundamentals. Unlike gold, Bitcoin is extremely volatile, so I don't think Bitcoin can replace gold as an inflation hedge. So this is what some of the ultra-wealthy think about Bitcoin. Now, that is no surprise. We know there are Bitcoin proponents, and a lot of them aren't traditional finance guys. The Bitcoin proponents likely got into Bitcoin when it was trading back around $1, maybe even less than that. Got into Bitcoin by accident, quite frankly, and are uber rich because of it. That's not to say it's not a good investment. I've always been transparent on this channel. I do talk about XRP a lot, and I will be in a sec, but I've also been very transparent on the fact that I do hold Bitcoin as well. I'm happy Bitcoin's rallying. It is the heartbeat of the market. It is the leader of the pack, but we all know there comes a time when Bitcoin crashes and an altcoin rally begins. So my question today, will XRP rally off Bitcoin's back despite the SEC lawsuit? We're going to talk about that, guys. Let's take a look at some numbers. So Bitcoin right now trading 13.8% in the green on the 24-hour, trading at about 34,200 right now. Ethereum trading at about $834, and XRP trading just shy of 23 cents. You guys can see over the last 7 days, everything is in the green substantially. Bitcoin up almost 22%, Ethereum up almost 22%, and XRP down 24%. So can XRP catch up? Let's look at the entire world. I saw this from MARTINCPVALK. Venezuela's Maduro plans to shift fully to a digitized economy. So this just speaks volumes, in my opinion, to where our economy is going. And, the entire country of Venezuela is planning to move fully digital as hyperinflation has made worthless Bolivar notes practically disappear and dollarization expands through the local financial system. The US dollar has operated as an escape valve for Venezuela amid US sanctions and collapsing oil revenue. President Nicolas Maduro said in a televised interview with Telesur on Friday. He said 18.6% of all commercial financial transactions are in the dollar, while 77.3% are carried out in bolivars with debit cards. Only 3.4% are paid with bolivar notes. They have a war against our physical currency. We are moving this year to a more profound digital currency in expansion. I've set the goal of an economy that's 100% digital, Maduro said, adding that physical money will eventually disappear. Now, this is in a country that is in crisis, granted, but this sounds to me like how the rest of the world will move, will shift, coming out of this economy, coming out of this great pandemic that, we're seeing globally. The economy is not doing well, guys. Despite what you see, despite, sometimes you see in news clips people gathering at restaurants or what have you, overall, the economy is not doing well, and I think that this is, this is an example of what we're going to see throughout more countries around the world. Put that into context with where Ripple stands on the financial stage. Nothing has happened so far with Ripple, the company. So far, all we've heard are allegations from the SEC against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. And even if those guys get removed from the company will still run. There may be some more hurdles to face. Of course, they might be set back a bit. I did a video on that just yesterday. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. However, at the end of the day, Ripple has connections to the IMF, the BIS, the World Economic Forum, and there's been proof of this throughout the multitude of videos I've done over the last 2.5 years. So I don't think that part of it is going to be affected. If anything, we have to just get the clarity from the SEC. There's a lot of evidence supporting that XRP is a cryptocurrency. And whether or not Chris and Brad used it as a mechanism similar to a security, that, to me, I think is a separate issue. I do not agree with what they did. I think, and of course, these are all alleged accusations at this time, I think if they had done that, that is super shady. Nevertheless, this is not going to affect the fundamentals of a company that is strong, a company that has partnerships. It might set them back a bit, but I think at the end of the day, we're going to get the clarity, and that'll be the silver lining. Getting the XRP clarity, deeming it a currency, and then we can finally move forward. In the meantime, let's make note of some other things here. So this from XRPMOM. First of all, I wanted to just say thank you. Sometimes we need to step back and take a look at, the space that we're in and really make note of what's going on here, from a different lens. There's a lot of FUD out there in the XRP community right now, but the fundamentals outweigh all that noise. Keep your eye on the prize, folks. XRP, baby. I couldn't have said it better myself. There is a lot of noise in the XRP community right now. Of course, the lawsuit is going on right now. There are a lot of unknowns. A lot of us don't know how this is all going to shake out. But just going to the point that I just said, the fundamentals have not changed with the company Ripple. With the token XRP, it's that clarity that we need. And, unfortunately, this might be the way we get the clarity. And we might go through a tumultuous time in the meantime. But we'll get that clarity, and eventually XRP will thrive, so I wanted to thank XRPMOM for posting that. I also saw this from Matt Morrow here on Twitter. Follow the smart money, guys. Warren Buffett portfolio in 2021. So we were just speaking about Warren Buffett, criticizing Bitcoin for not being anything of substance back here. And this is interesting because 2 of his top 4 share portfolio holdings are Ripple customers. Bank of America, second top share holding, makes 10.6% of his overall portfolio. Warren doesn't put his money just anywhere. I'll just leave this here. So 87% of his entire portfolio demonstrates some of the companies that Warren Buffett is invested in. Bank of America makes up 10.6%, as I just mentioned, and makes up 6.6% of his portfolio, owns 151 million shares, value of 15.2 billion USD. And if you guys can see that down there, that is American Express, also a Ripple customer. So 26% of his portfolio is made up of financials, 51% is made up of information technology, 13% is consumer staples, and 4% is in consumer discretionary and health care. So just gives you guys some sense of where Warren Buffett is putting his money, of course, in banks, and banks have to be innovative in order to compete, especially in this, in this market where there's more and more competition. Of course, Ripple has brought in products that have given certain banks a leading edge over their competition, and it's the snowball effect, right? As soon as one bank jumps on board, another bank will follow, so on and so forth. So think of where the smart money is going, put everything into perspective, forget about the lawsuit for a second, have the fundamentals change? They certainly have not. Ripple still makes a good product. The XRP token has not changed at all. It's just going to be a matter of the regulatory clarity. I also wanted to bring this up as well. So I talked about it in yesterday's video, and XRP_Crow brought this to my attention this morning. Wow, almost 20,000 people / XRP investors have now signed the petition. We the people ask the federal government to deem XRP, the virtual currency, a currency. And as you guys can see here, 18,900 have signed the petition. All you have to put in, guys, is your name and your email address. Super easy. I will leave the link in the description of this video if you guys still haven't signed. I also wanted to mention this from Valjester Lock. Take your money off the exchanges, either a Ledger device, a Trust Wallet app, or some wallet. They cannot be hacked. These are the only ones I know. I know Exodus can be hacked. Do legitimate research on your wallets, no exceptions. Get them off the exchange. Really important, especially now since we are in a Bitcoin rally. Exchanges tend to get hacked during these times, and there can be a lot of chaos depending on the exchange that you're signed up for. Of course, more legitimate exchanges do probably have better security measures than the smaller ones, but I wouldn't leave anything to chance. I've got all my cryptocurrency on my Ledger Nano. I do have an affiliate link in the description, guys, if you want to use it. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, though. I prefer the Ledger Nano because it's very easy to use. I have given a couple away on this channel in the past, and I think there's probably going to be a giveaway in the future, but don't quote me on that. The bull run is happening now, and hacks tend to happen more and more as coins are worth more money. So be prudent, guys. Put your cryptocurrency on any type, doesn't have to be a ledger, any type of cold storage solution. And so Bitcoin's rallying, and XRP, in the dumps. I'm still recoiling from what happened right before Christmas, and just the fact that we saw all this progress, and then XRP price just collapsed. So the question is, when there is an altcoin season, when people take money from their Bitcoin, pump it into alts, will we see XRP move again? I personally think the answer is yes. And here's why, guys. So first I want to bring up this article here. This is from a couple of days ago. Ripple says it will thrive despite massive XRP losses. Basically just talks about the entire situation here. But I wanted to bring up an important point. Ripple, the blockchain company, announced that all its products will still be available in the US, adding that the bulk of XRP trading volume takes place outside the US under clear regulatory rules. The executives maintain that the company's operation won't be hampered by US-based companies and exchanges that have suspended XRP trading. Well, as we all know, there has been some halting of XRP trading in the United States. Some are calling it delistings. Whether they relist XRP, there's still a big question mark. Chances are when they do get the clarity, they will relist it. So there's a halting of trading. People are getting a bit worried in the United States specifically, but we have to remember that most of the volume takes place outside the United States. To that point here, I wanted to bring you this clip from December 22nd after the news broke that the SEC was suing Ripple. This is what Brad Garlinghouse has to say.
So about 95% of XRP trading happens outside the United States on exchanges around the world. And so that's outside of the United States SEC jurisdiction.
95%, okay? So only 5% of XRP trades happen in the United States, which means lots of volume theoretically could still flow through XRP in an altcoin rally. And I wanted to give you guys an example. So I took the historical snapshot back from the last bull run, basically on December 17th, which happened to be the day Bitcoin reached its all-time high. And the snapshot here was taken just shy of the all-time high at about 19,100. But look at some of the coins that were up here. I was following some coins that were similarly priced to XRP at the time, namely Cardano, IOTA. Stellar is a very similar coin to XRP. Of course, we've got our Bitcoin Cashes and our Litecoins, but I just wanted to show you guys some examples of some other coins during that rally, some other altcoins, and the kind of price increases we saw as Bitcoin started to kind of tumble down. So actually, let me bring up Bitcoin here first. I'm going to bring up Bitcoin just to show you guys what I mean here. So this is Bitcoin from the last bull run. As you guys can see up here, Bitcoin reached its peak right up here Okay, and that was December 17th. Okay, that was the very top of Bitcoin, the last bull run, and then it started tumbling down. No new highs were made after this point in time. This is a very important date to remember because this is when altcoins saw their last shot up. Okay, so let me bring up some of these altcoins. Let me bring up XLM first because it's the most similar to XRP in a lot of ways. So in the last bull run over here, if you guys can see the chart here, I have made a line, a horizontal line, up until the December 17th mark. We can see some altcoins were rallying as well, but then there was that last shot up for altcoins after December 17th. And if you look at this, this is, again, this is Stellar's XLM. You can see XLM rallied about another 249% after that December 17th mark. If I bring up Cardano, ADA, let me bring up Cardano here. It was it got a lot of exposure in the last bull run. A lot of people were talking about that coin amongst other coins. So this line here, December 17th, and Cardano retraced and then made another move up for that final leg during alt season of 2017. That brought Cardano up to 157% more after the Bitcoin drop. Another one on here that we don't really talk about too much was IOTA, and a lot of people were talking about IOTA back then. Not so much today, but let's bring up IOTA. It was big. It was a coin that was widely traded in the last bull run. So if I bring up IOTA here on the chart and we bring it all the way back here, we can see IOTA over here. The chart pattern looks actually quite different for IOTA. You can see it almost topped out before December 17th, but this line here, this would be December 17th, this candlestick here. After December 17th, IOTA rose another only 45 or 46%. So we've got XLM here, it rose 249%. We've got Cardano here, it rose 157%. And we've got IOTA here rising 45% after that December 17th date in the last bull run of 2017-2018. Now these are the altcoins, guys, and the theory goes as such: once Bitcoin reaches its all-time high, money gets taken out of Bitcoin, pumped into alts for one last rally. And so I guess what you're probably wondering next is, how much did XRP pump after December 17th compared to these other altcoins? Well, if I bring up XRP here, guys, you can see that December 17th would bring XRP right about here, okay, this closing red candlestick here. And as you can see, if I bring this up here, XRP rose the most, another 428%. So let's not forget, it is a fast-moving cryptocurrency. 95% of XRP trading happens outside of the US, so I don't actually think that the trading will be affected necessarily. I think if Bitcoin reached its all-time high and started collapsing today, it might affect the bottom line, but I don't foresee that as a possibility. I realistically see Bitcoin to continue its rally throughout 2021, and so, you know, if we give XRP another few months when the SEC news becomes very old news, I think the coin could pump again. Let's also not forget that XRP, let's go back to this bull run right here, okay, started its rally in and around this level of support. This is a very strong level of support before we saw that major move up, okay, and right now XRP trading at about 22 cents. Right before the bull run of 2017, as late as December 10th, guys, 2017, XRP was trading at 22 cents. And it only took about a month for it to reach its all-time high of $3.84. And so what does Walter Black on Twitter have to say? XRP will pump last. History rhymes, doesn't always repeat. Turn down the noise and follow the money. I couldn't agree more, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.